Hey, I see you. It's only me. What a way to start a new edition of Grandpa Jay's Story Time. Thanks for joining. We have a book today. I thought it was about two kittens, but it's about two dogs. So sorry, all you cat lovers, but this is a story of two dogs. Easily mistaken for kittens, though, I thought. And let's see what Boot and Shoe have in store. Boot and Shoe were born into the same litter, and now they live in the same house. At night, they sleep in the same bed. They eat dinner out of the same bowl. They pee on the same tree. Can't say that word in the library book, can you? But Boot spends his days on the back porch because he's a back porch kind of dog. And Shoe spends his days on the front porch because he's a front porch kind of dog. This is exactly perfect for both of them. Then one day, for no apparent reason, a squirrel started some trouble. There's the squirrel. Chattered at Boot. It chattered at Shoe. It threw stuff at Boot. It threw stuff at Shoe. And then it got all up in Boot's business. And it got all up in Shoe's business too, when something had to be done. So Boot and Shoe chased that squirrel all over the place. They chased it and chased it and chased it until it got bored and walked away. It's a lot of squirrel chasing. Boot collapsed. Shoe collapsed too. When Boot opened his eyes, he saw that he was on the front porch. He looked around for Shoe. Shoe should be there, but he wasn't. Oh no! When Shoe opened his eyes, he saw that he was on the back porch. He looked around for Boot. Boot should be here, but he wasn't. Oh my! Boot searched the front porch for Shoe. He looked under things, over things, around things, and between things. No luck. Shoe searched the back porch for Boot. He looked under things, over things, around things, and between things. No luck for him either. Boot decided to station himself on the front porch and wait there until Shoe found his way back. And Shoe decided to station himself on the back porch and wait there until Boot found his way back. It was a long, lonely afternoon. When it was dinner time, Boots' stomach rumbled, but he didn't want to eat dinner without Shoe. Shoe's stomach rumbled too, but he didn't want to eat dinner without Boot. It was a long, hungry evening. At bedtime, Boot was shivering, but he didn't want to get in bed without Shoe. Shoe was shivering too, but he didn't want to get in bed without Boot. Once during the night, Boot walked slowly around to the back porch to see if Shoe was there. And Shoe walked slowly around the front porch to see if Boot was there. Guess what? So Boot ended up back on the front porch waiting for Shoe. And Shoe ended up back on the back porch waiting for Boot. It was a long, sleepless night. The sun came up on the front porch. There was still no sign of Shoe. Boot began to cry. On the back porch, there was still no sign of Boot. Shoe began to cry too. But even in the worst of times, a dog still needs to pee. Boot dragged himself over to the tree. Shoe dragged himself over to the tree too. And suddenly, lo and behold, there they were again. Overjoyed to see each other. Overtired too. So even though the day was just beginning, Boot and Shoe decided that the exact perfect thing for both of them to do was go right to bed. Together, of course. Well, Boot and Shoe got back together. I was worried about them for a while. I didn't think they'd ever find each other. It's kind of lonely and sad. So I guess if we're lonely and sad, we just need to go back to an old familiar place and find some old familiar friends. And maybe things will be okay. So thanks again for joining today on Grandpa Jay's Story Time. And we'll see you next time. Until then, we love you. Take care, and God bless.